Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to something completely different. This is Altered. And Altered is a upcoming TCG. And I say upcoming even though I have the packs here, because the official release is September 13th, 2024. And today is not September 13th, 2024. These are starter boxes for Altered, a new TCG by Equinox. It's a French game company. You might know them. Well, might know the people that work there from games like Dixit. And you will see in the art that a lot does give that bit of a Dixit vibe as well. Anyway, new TCG. And this was the most successful Kickstarter ever for a TCG. Over 6 million euros in Kickstarter. And people that backed the Kickstarter got their stuff early. So among that are these 6 starter decks. There are 6 factions in Altered. You've got Axiom, Bravos, Lyra, Muna, Ordis, and Izmir. 6 factions. Every faction has their own starter box. And Altered is a very different TCG than what you're used to. And we'll get into that as we start opening one of these boxes. We'll probably start with Axiom. So I'll put these 5 away. This is the Axiom box. What makes Altered different is that you own the card, the physical card, but you also own a digital copy of that art, or of that card, I should say, in the app that you can download on your phone. If you want a second copy of that card, you can print on demand it as long as you own the card digitally. If someone wants a card you have, you can sell them the digital rights to the card, keep the physical card yourself, and they can print on demand their own version of that card, their own copy of that card, which is, wow, very new. Another thing, characters do not attack each other in Altered. Altered is a race, and I hope I can show that once I break open this box. But Altered is about getting your hero and its companion, both are pictured here. They start at opposite ends of a racetrack. Let's put my fingers in, and they have to reach each other. So it's a race because your opponent is doing the same travel with their hero and companion. You can, of course, hinder each other a little bit, and you can definitely hinder each other, by the way, but you can't say, oh, my character will attack your character, so you can't move. You can say, I'm going to put your character to sleep, so you cannot move. Or, hey, you have a card in your reserve, and your reserve is sort of like a backup hand, and I will banish it from that reserve, discard it into your discard, so you cannot play that. It's a really cool concept. I'm really interested in seeing how it goes. It's even made more interesting with that digital version, digital way of collecting cards and selling cards. So I tried to get this open as carefully as I could. Still did some damage. Sorry about that. We start with some tokens. So I already told you about sleep. Characters can become fleeting. That means they don't go to your reserve, but they go to your discard after you've played them or after they leave the expedition. Here we have some tokens that represent my hero and its companion in different colors. The colors correspond obviously to the factions they belong to. These are actual tokens that give you +1 value on all 3 values. I will get into that once we start looking at cards. This is an anchor. That means that you are keeping that card in play after this turn, so it doesn't go to your reserve or your discard. It stays for another round. The other end, or the other side, so these are double printed. Double tokens. This is the start player token, by the way. And the other 3 factions, heroes and companions. So pretty easy, pretty simple cardboard tokens that come in this. Really cool. I'm going to put those away Then we get the rules. Let's not go over the rules right now. There's a lot. I haven't actually read all of them yet. So that can go to the side. This comes in every starter, obviously. And then we have our own version of the playboard. This is probably bigger than what I've got on view right now. This is the artwork. Look at that. The artwork is really good. Let's flip that over a little bit. So here you can put your hero. Each deck is 39 cards plus a 40th hero card. Expedition cards on that side. Here's the reserve, landmarks, your deck, your discard. It's pretty straightforward so far, I guess, about what you expect from a TCG. I would expect from myself that I knew how to refold this, but I don't. What did I do? This way, there you go. All right, that's back and folded. Let's get further into, whoa, maybe we can't. Oh, wow. Oh, that's pretty cool. There's somewhere, I think, whoa, that was definitely not what I meant to do. I might have to open it on the bottom as well to get the cards out. Did not expect that. Well, my first altered opening, clearly, obviously. Here we go. New player, protect your collection. Secure the digital ownership of your cards by scanning them with the Altered Companion app. And I assume this goes to the app. Very good that they put that there. I can safely show you this side because there is no QR code here. Every card will come with a QR code. And some cards will have different colored backs. Like this is not the normal back color of a card. These are probably token cards. And tokens are like generic characters. Some cards let you spawn onto the field. I need to check this a little bit carefully to not reveal too much. Yeah, that looks good. So let's take these out. Let's take these out. Let's put that down. So this is that card again with the new player explanation. I'll put that to the side. Then we have our cards that make up our expedition. So this is what you can put your hero tokens on. Here is that art again that was also on that, well, let's call it a playmat. And these are, this is the hero side where you start. Of the hero side of the racetrack, let's put it that way, of the journey. This is the companion side. So I would put my companion here, my opponent would put their companion there, my hero, their hero, and then you would have these free cards randomly in between. Once a hero or companion reaches one of those cards, you flip it over and you can actually see what you have to do to move forward on that card. This card has leaves on it, so you have to have the highest score in leave to move from this card. This card has water and mountain, so you have to have the highest score in either water or mountain to move forward. You can of course have the highest score in both, you still only move one spot. Here you have one with water and leaf and mountain, and here you got one single mountain with leaf and water. So that's pretty simple, and the starting cards have all three. The cards, the start and finish line, or well, actually, you will end up in the middle most of the time. So let's put that to the side as well. I'm going to check these quickly off camera. So this is an explanation card that explains. That's good English. That explains phases of the day. So that's nice. And we have a card that explains icons. So what does an icon on a card mean? Very useful because I get them confused for sure. And then we have these cards, and I need to reveal them like this. No, not that one. We need to reveal that as like that. This is a common foiler. So cards in this game do not standard come as foil. There is an exception in the Kickstarter packs from the booster boxes where the hero comes as a foil and some of the unique cards come as a foil. I'll explain uniques in another video probably. This is a common foiler. You need this to print a card you have the right to as a foil. And if you were really quick, you probably saw that barcode before, but I will probably have scanned it before this video comes live. This is Maw. This is a token card. So this is a token character which can be spawned or summoned, perhaps I should say, by a card in Izmir. I'm assuming because this is an Izmir token. I guess that we get another Izmir. No, we get an Axiom token. So this is Brassbog. It's again another card that you can spawn, and you can see that this has 2 value on all 3 of those steps. So this could be a really useful card to spawn randomly by playing something else. Here's an Ordis Recruit. These have 1/1/1 on that value. And here is another Ordis Recruit, different art. That's pretty cool. It's also a different number. And here we have another Brassbog. And what's the final one? Another Brassbog. So in the Axiom pack, I'm assuming they put 3 Brassbogs because, well, this is Axiom. So you have a bigger chance that you are actually going to be summoning Brassbogs because those are the Axiom tokens. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I should be doing this to start with the hero, because that should be the top card. But I'm not 100% sure. This is my first booster box opening, or starter deck opening. And here we go. So all these cards I will reveal as such. And yeah, there we go. These are Shera and Oddball. These are 2 of the heroes and companions from the Axiom faction. There are 3 different heroes actually, but in the starter deck you will always get this one. When you play a permanent with hand cost 3 or more, you may exhaust me to create a Brassbog, hence the Brassbogs in this set or in this deck. And we have a Kilon and Elemental. This is a common card, which you can tell by the black border as well as the number ending in a C. So all cards in Altered, or character cards, let's be careful, all character cards in Altered will have multiple versions with the same number. So this is card number 10. Card number 10 exists as a common, as a rare, and as, let's call it an old rare. And the old rare is the same card, but it's not for the same faction. So that's really cool. Well, that's a lot of Kilon Elementals. Here goes Axiom Salvager. This is another common. Amelia Earhart. The most effective way to do it is to do it. Another Amelia Earhart. So these are commons as well. And there goes number 3. Every deck or every card name, like Amelia Earhart, can only exist in your deck 3 times. That's why these are all in there 3 times, I guess. Here is Foundry Armorer. And I'm assuming another. And probably another. Yeah, there we go. So we're getting the gist of it now. And here's Kilon Burst. This is a spell. So the spells are a little bit different. I don't think there are spells. Well, there is a common and a rare spell, but there is no old rare spell. So that's really also only beholden to. Maybe there's not even a rare spell. I'm not actually sure. I think there is. So Kilon Burst. And number 3. So far, every card we've seen is in here 3 times. Here is Brassbog Help. So this is one of those permanents that the hero card talked about. This will create a Brassbog 2/2/2. That's one of the tokens we saw before. Here's that permanent again. And again. Yeah, there you go. And again. So next up, another permanent. This is a different one. This does resupply, which means that you put a card from your deck into your reserve, and sometimes that is a good thing to have. On a card you will see multiple values. The 4 in blue means it costs 4 to play from your hand. The 4 in brownish means it costs 4 to play from your reserve. Not all cards have the same value there. There's another run of that card, and here is a new one. Here's the Foundry mechanic. This one costs 1 to play from your hand, 1 to play from your reserve. Doesn't have value in the leaf or grasslands, but does score in mountains and water. And he has obviously some nice tricks. Actually, well, this is probably going to be the same card, so I might as well show it on here. This one has a, well, I don't want to say bonus thing. If you discard this card from your reserve, you can play the next permanent for 1 cost less, which could be really nice, especially if you just resupply this into your reserve and you use it like that. Here is our rare version of that card. So let me use 2 hands now. Here you can clearly see the difference between a rare and a unique, or and a common. Unique is something else. And you can see that there is a slight difference in what he would score. So this is a 0-1-1, this is a 1-1-2. So that's actually a better version of the same card, which is clearly recognizable by not having the black border. Here we have John, Assembly Overseer. Another one. And do we get a rare of him as well? Yes, there you go. So really cool. It's really hard to reveal these cards while covering up these codes. There you go. 3 little pigs. 3 little pigs. And a rare 3 little pigs. Yeah, there you go. Really cool. So these are the same number card. So they're both card number 14. This was a C. This is an R for rare. Really easy to understand. Axiom Scrambler, which can sabotage. That means discards up to 1 target from a reserve. Another one, 2-4-2, 4 and 3. And here we get the rare, which is cheaper to play, because the other one was a 4 free to play, and this is a 3 free to play. So that's nice. Here's a Breastbog Hive, which is a permanent. Creates breastbogs. Another one. And a rare version of it. Yep, which is more expensive. So that's fun. So this one actually costs more, because this was a 5-5 and this is a 6-6. But whenever a robot joins your expedition, if this is your permanent in play, it gains a boost. A boost is one of those tokens we talked about that gives 1/1 extra on your card. Let's do this one. Colonic Generator. So this is a rare right away. And it lets you draw a card. Card draw in most TCGs is huge. Here is Ouroboros, Lyra Bastion. So here we have a card. This is actually fun. I didn't know this would be in here. This is a card clearly that belongs to the Lyra faction. But we're playing Axiom, or we're opening the Axiom box. You can see there's the Axiom token there, or the Axiom, sign. But that's because this is a old art, an old rare, I should say, not an old art, an old rare, which is numbered the same as the Lyra card would be, so number 90, but with an F, telling me that this original version of this card belongs in a different faction, but this one is for Axiom. Really cool. And then we have the Frog Prince, which is another one. Frog Prince does not originally belong to Axiom, but this one does. So this is also an alternative version of that card. Really cool. I'm really looking forward to this game. What makes this game insane is that there are uniques. And I know you're thinking, uniques? How can a card be unique? It's actually true. A lot of cards, of the 162 character cards, am I saying that right? No, it's a little less. Doesn't matter. Of the character cards, there are unique versions. It's a version that only exists one time. Doesn't matter if you buy French or English, that card only exists one time. You're the only one that owns it. You can sell the right to the card digitally and someone else can print a copy of it if they buy that digital right off of you. But then you no longer have the right to play the card in official tournaments. You can play it for fun, but when you sell it, you lose the right to that card. It's an insane concept, and I don't even really know how it will work, but it's really what intrigued me about Altered. So I hope to be there. Well, I hope you will be there when I start opening some packs and maybe pull one of those uniques. And this was my first Altered video. I still have a lot to learn about it, which probably will annoy some people that know more about it already. So I apologize for that. But I do want to thank you for watching. I hope you like and subscribe. And I will see you when we break open the next starter deck.